What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kid here. I'm excited. Today we're gonna do like our first kind of chatting video, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about the Black Ops Cold War reveal that was done by Call of Duty on September 9th, which was like Wednesday. So I'm uploading this video pretty late, but I thought I would kind of give my thoughts on it, how I feel about it, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm not looking forward to based off what we saw. So about a week before the event, there was some leaked gameplay that came out from a screen recorded from like a stream or something like that, and somehow it wasn't getting deleted. It stayed up, and it looked really bad. It looked kind of goofy, and a lot of people were disappointed. And I remember some people were saying, okay, well, let's just wait until we get full high def gameplay in like 2 days, which I was like, okay, yeah, I feel that. And I was in that group of people. I'm like, let's wait until the reveal, because what we could see in the gameplay, I think it was like the new VIP mode or whatever, which a lot of streamers played during the multiplayer reveal, and they said that it wasn't fun at all. So I'm not really looking forward to that. I don't really plan on playing that. So yeah, after watching the leaked gameplay, I was like, I'm just gonna wait till September 9th. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna give my own opinion. I'm not gonna let this 240p gameplay decide how I feel about the game. So then Wednesday comes around, which was like a couple days after I saw the leaked gameplay, and there we had hours of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay. The fan base kind of got into a civil war. Like the fan base is a bit split on it, but from what I've seen, it's about 60% of the fan base saying they like it, and then there's about 40% of the fan base saying, okay, we don't like it, this looks terrible. And to be honest, I'm in that group that doesn't really like it. And I'm not gonna say I don't like it, because obviously I haven't played the game, but I'm just gonna say simply that I wasn't impressed by what I saw. Crazy thing about it is, to me, the leaked gameplay looked better than the actual multiplayer reveal. Like when I saw the actual multiplayer gameplay, I was highly disappointed. The game looks like it was made a couple years ago, and that they just never released it, and then now they need a game because of what's going on, and they're like, hey, well, let's just throw out that old Black Ops reboot that we never dropped. And I'm not gonna... One thing we have to take into consideration is that originally Sledgehammer was making this game, and it wasn't a Black Ops game. It was just a Cold War game by Sledgehammer, but after like some development issues, Treyarch came in and took over. So technically, and that happened pretty much last summer. So another thing you got to consider is that Treyarch really only had a year to work on this game, which they usually have about 2 years. One thing I'll say, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but at a certain extent, this game looks pretty bad. Like when you think about how Modern Warfare's alpha gameplay looked, like the whole gunfight alpha, the alpha stream they did when they showed the gameplay, like or reveal of gameplay, because they had the new engine and they were excited to show people. I remember being super excited. I was like, whoa, this looks good. Like I'm excited for this. I can't wait to get my hands on this. And then the alpha came out, and I got my hands on it, and I was really impressed by the gunplay, the animations, the graphics, which by the way, it's the best looking COD to date. And everything looked great. And they were like, well, look, we got this new engine for Call of Duty, and we're excited to share it with our other guys. Hey, we've been working on this engine for 5 years. We're releasing it, everyone's gonna be able to use it. And then Treyarch is like, well, you know what? We'll use your engine, but we're only gonna use 40% of it. And then 60% of it's gonna be the same engine that Black Ops used. And it's honestly just very disappointing. You see a massive downgrade in graphics, you see a massive downgrade in gunplay, the sound design is a massive downgrade. Looking back on Modern Warfare's alpha, not much changed in the game. Not much, if anything, changed in the game. Like the alpha from Modern Warfare pretty much is like the exact same build of the game that we played when they dropped the alpha. So a lot of people, that's their excuse. They're like, hey, well, there's still 2 months before the game comes out. Give it a shot. It's going to be a whole different game. Well, truth be told, it's actually not. It's not going to be a whole different game. The only thing they can change right now is animations, possibly some of the sound design, and then, the gunplay can be fixed a little bit. Weapon tuning, That's pretty much all they can change. They can fix some stuff on the maps. You can't just go through and recreate the whole game in 2 months. It's just way too last minute. They can't do that. That's impossible. You would expect after like how Modern Warfare looked last year, you would like with the gunplay and everything, you would expect that'd be like the new normal for Call of Duty games instead of the old arcadey feel to it. And to be honest, it's kind of sad to see Treyarch go down that road. I was hoping the multiplayer would be darker, considering like it was this whole Cold War based on true stories and all that, and instead we get kind of like this bright, colorful, and vibrant gameplay. That's another thing I was kind of thinking about, and I was like, okay. They announced that they'd be integrating into Warzone, and my thing is like, I hope they don't change the engine. I hope they keep Modern Warfare's engine and just add Cold War's guns. The animations for guns look really bad. There's some like videos you can just go through and look, and you can see some of the reload animations were clearly not done. But like I said, they only had a year to work on this game. I'm not sure how long it takes to work on the animations for a gun. I'm not sure at all, but there was like, I remember I was watching Jack Frags' gameplay, and someone pointed out at like a certain part in the gameplay that there was just this very cheap PlayStation 1 looking reload animation, I think for the Scorpion, or was the MP5, and it just looked absolutely terrible. Obviously I feel like that'll be something that's fixed before the full game comes out, but I mean at this point you can only speculate what they're gonna fix before the game comes out. So I mean hopefully they fix that, because the gun reload animations, they look bad, they look terrible. They just look like they were nowhere near ready to be released. And I'm like, if this game's coming out in 2 months, hopefully they fix this. All that alpha gameplay you're seeing was played literally last week. The week before is when they were able to play the game. So technically what that means is the game is still in alpha pretty much at this point. And then, I mean, we get to play the beta in a month, but I mean, like I said, I don't know how much they're gonna be able to fix in a month, because that, to be honest, that's kind of crazy. Another thing people were interested was like, hey look, we don't want any doors on this game, because of Modern Warfare the maps were set up for campers, and that is absolutely true. It seemed like every map in Modern Warfare had like this you had a left and a right side, and then you had this weird center point where there would be like a window or somewhere for people to just camp, and that just feels like the game. Like almost every map on Modern Warfare feels like that. And I mean, luckily Black Ops was like, look, we're not doing that. There's not gonna be any doors. You know, we want our multiplayer to be integral and fast paced. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, because Modern Warfare's multiplayer is a bit slow. So it's cool to see Treyarch taking that route. There's not gonna be any doors, which is a good thing. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, but this has been my thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I got about it. I mean, go to the comments, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking about it, how you feel. If you disagree, tell me why. If you agree, tell me why. And I mean, let's just have a conversation down in the comments. So tomorrow we'll get back to our regular gameplay. I'm probably gonna drop some Ground War gameplay tomorrow, so look forward to that. And till next time, guys, it's your boy Kid. See you later.